Hi. It's Jade still. I'm still front suck, and it sucks. But I'm gonna do more Genshin because Genshin doesn't suck, so. That's what's happening. Also, I think I need to fix the follower thing because the number on Twitch went back down to 39. So I think I need to fix it so it doesn't say that we reached the goal before we actually did. So I'm gonna fix that quick while Genshin loads. So I need... wherever it is. There we go. Properties. There we go. Okay. I also need to fix my volume on here because I think we turned it down. I'm also gonna finally get rid of this request. But before I do, if you are this person and you see this on Twitch or YouTube and this wasn't just random and you are actually someone who watches our Twitch and or YouTube and you want to like play with us and stuff, just let us know somewhere in chat or comments or Discord or whatever and we will remedy that. But because you haven't said anything yet, I'm gonna assume that it was a random person. And it's annoying to have to get rid of the notification every time. So, we leveled up our adventure rank to 31 just doing random stuff yesterday. Unless it was on stream and I just didn't notice. But I was fixing my audio, that's what I was doing. Because I turned this down while I was doing other stuff. But I want it higher again for this. So, I don't think it was on stream either.
Add Astra
Can I
Abyssos.
collect the... Nope. Okay. Too recent. How close is it though? 2 hours? Okay, so maybe by the time the stream's over, if I do a longer stream like that. But not right now. I think while I'm here, I'm gonna keep doing the teapot thing. I'm live. Okay.
Why do they have to give me that transfer?
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
So I just want to throw out there before I continue this dialogue and stuff that Aura just suggested the possibility that the reason I'm still front stuck is because I didn't finish the part of the quest where I have to find the jadeite, and that's like obviously something I'm supposed to do, so maybe once I do that I'll be able to go inside. So I think it's an interesting theory and I can't wait to test it out.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Why would you just
Thanks
give
a lot,
us that
Mr. Crossell.
information?
We'll be off now.
Unless, as like the lawyer type person she is, does she work with like
My friend.
law enforcement type stuff in the city? I don't remember, because then if she was requesting it, I could see that going through a little easier, but I suppose we'll find out. So I have to find this person. So I have to stop knitting for a minute. Okay.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
I am having a pretty productive day so far, which is nice. It's not telling me to enter somewhere. It's saying higher still. Okay.
Leo Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
Yeah, I was not gonna try that. So that's a different package?
What?
That's a different package. Okay, cool. So I have an unboxing to do.
There you go. Cosmic Perfect. So you doing a stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, stream.
We got cosmic brownies.
So, are you buying or
A
not?
couple people in our system just had birthdays. And one of them requested cosmic brownies, so we get a special treat. And I thought that's what the package was that they handed me a couple minutes ago, so I guess I have an unboxing to do. Which I was not expecting.
So, are you buying or not?
This way, I guess. Lower. This way? God, that's so confusing. Okay.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Oh, thanks for wishing them a happy birthday. They did some fun stuff already. But, the brownies had to be, like, ordered or something. Because I guess they weren't in stock when we ordered them with our groceries. You know?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
Something seems to be wrong.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now.
I thought as much.
I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, why did you need them?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off.
Yeah, makes
We
sense.
now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them.
Yeah.
A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me.
Yeah.
But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't have them. I don't know if... Like, maybe someone locally had, like, an event or something and had just bought them all off the shelves, or maybe the system was just being weird, or for some reason they don't want to, like, have those available for normal delivery or something, because we get our groceries delivered anyway. But the normal grocery delivery is obviously a lot faster than shipping it, but there are some things where it'll say it's only available to ship it. So maybe there's a cost component for them where it's like cheaper for them to do it that way, and because it's not perishable, they prefer to do it that way or something. But there are other non-perishable things that we get delivered all the time, so I don't know. Maybe there's a certain amount the system accounts for to try to keep some on the shelf for customers who are physically going into the store or something. So if they're below a certain quantity in store, then they ship it instead. I don't know.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold
Hey,
on.
I'm a
Don't run
part
off
of the
looking for the
Adventurers
hairpins
Guild.
just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
It's not necessarily unfair as long as it's within the confines of the contract.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even
Yeah.
higher.
I was thinking that
no.
too.
about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
True.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able
Yeah.
to find out if the jadeite is
That's the
genuine
tricky
or not?
part.
Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please.
How do you check it without having it, though?
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
Okay, but there isn't... Like, it's not like the deadline is right now, right? We can help you look for them without that being against the contract in any way. I would assume. At least not that they've said so far. And this would obviously be a huge financial burden, potentially even taking like the whole family company down and stuff like that. Like, this is obviously a big deal. I know that the contract thing is like a major issue in Leeway and something they take super seriously, and it's a... Like, I think this is the long-term perspective she kind of still has to have at Primal Pack. That if nobody can find it, including her, by the time she's supposed to be done renting it and stuff like that, then she will have to abide by the terms of the contract. But in the meantime, she should still be doing what she can within the terms of the contract to not just be in financial ruin for the rest of her life, you know? And it's okay to ask for help.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts.
Yes.
Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
You don't have to do that yet.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
But is jadeite different?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
Okay. Because if, like, jadeite is a separate thing that's, like, close but similar, he could be using the highest quality of normal jade as a substitute, but selling it for the prices of the rarer material and stuff.
Don't we have a job to do?
Hey, I was counting. Rude. Also, before I forget, we're still working on leveling up Kali. We're pretty close to getting her to 40, and then I think we will need... we need a few more of these. We farmed these with Primal Pack off camera, because they needed some too, so we just did them together, because we were both gonna need them. But I need a few more of the mushrooms, which shouldn't be that hard. But we could technically do that in co-op. And we ended up successfully doing one of the newly unlocked artifact domains yesterday when we were offline. That we had tried before and not managed to do, like, within the time limit. We had an easier time this time. It recommends having an average of level 59 characters, but we had all level 50, but, like, we had buffed a lot of other stuff about them already, which I think helped a lot. But we got a few new types of artifacts because of that. So we were able to finally change things out, so she is not using a 2-star thing anymore, because instead of defense, we got some Tiny Miracle stuff, so we're having her use a 2-piece set for Tiny Miracle for elemental resistances instead of straight up defense, for now at least. We might change that later if we get a better setup of Lucky Dog stuff or whatever. She still has pretty decent defense because we looked for stuff that still had defense as one of the things that it adds to it. I don't know if her stuff specifically scales on defense. Oh, cool. I didn't even know she did that. So when she's on the team, we don't lose as much stamina when swimming. Nice. And the other one that we got, who did I put that on? Put it on somebody, didn't I? No, it wasn't you. It wouldn't have been you. Did I do it for you? No. Oh, I put it on you. I was preemptively getting Kuki ready for when we get to the point where we can ascend her and stuff. But the Gambler set is the other thing we got a few artifacts for, which increases elemental skill damage, which will be nice for her because her elemental skill goes for a while and also heals. So when we start using her more again, that will be very, very helpful because it'll do that extra 20% damage several times every time we use it, and in an AoE completely surrounding us, which is really, really nice. Oh, true, I could have looked at all the other facts in the inventory, I forgot. But that gets a little bit clogged up because we still have so many 3-star ones right now, which we're gonna start getting rid of more of those soon. Oh, no worries, Primal Pack. Yeah, Charlie's being nice and sleepy. She's wearing her purple hoodie again. She might be wearing that more often because we have started something we're doing to help force her to slow down when she's eating in the mornings and to let us prep her morning food ahead of time so that we can prep both meals at the same time, which makes it less work for us kind of, but also because she has so much trouble like behaving at all when the food's being prepared, especially if it's being prepared in front of her. And we have some issues like trying to prepare the food and keeping her under control and stuff like that, so that we can feed her right away in the morning when we get up and it's already ready and everything. We've started freezing her food like the day before, letting it freeze overnight, and then we give that to her in the morning. But she gets really like shivery when she's done. She loves it. She gets really, really excited about it like she does with all of her food. And it takes her longer than anything else we've tried, which is really good because she likes to eat way too fast, especially now that we're adding stuff to the food that she likes even better and all that stuff to try to help with her various digestion and other issues that she's had on and off. But because she gets all shivery and stuff afterwards, we are starting to try to put something like that hoodie on before she starts eating it so that hopefully it helps her not be quite so cold after she eats a frozen meal in the morning. And then we also, like, wrap her up in blankets and stuff afterwards. She usually ends up cuddling with someone for a while afterwards, but yeah. I like that hoodie on her a lot. I like the shape of that one. It, like, covers more of her and fits her really well, I think, than some of the other clothes that we have for her. Because some of the other ones that still, like, kind of fit are probably smaller than, like, if we were buying them now, we would get, like, a size up type thing. But they're not so tight that it's, like, a problem for her to wear it necessarily, but they're, like, not as long on the back and stuff like that as they would be if it was technically the right size. But that one is, like, a really good fit for her because it's one of the more recent things that we got when she was, like, fully grown and stuff. Not one of the ones that she still fits into from when she was more of a puppy. But, yeah. So I think that hoodie's really cute on her. We also sometimes wear a somewhat matching hoodie and have her wear that one, and that's pretty cute too. I have another light that I should technically turn on, which I think is gonna maybe block Charlie Cam a bit. Sorry. Just until I get it. There. Okay. But some of the, going back to the artifacts, some of the artifacts that are the, like, absolute most basic early game ones, like Traveling Doctor and probably Adventurer stuff pretty soon, but some of that is still useful probably for some of our characters. But Primal Pack pointed out to us that the set amount, like the bonus of like 1,000 health or whatever it is, isn't as much as adding like percent health once you get to higher level characters, because the base health gets so high that it's not actually doing as much. So even for people who need their health buffed a lot, the adventure set, like 2-piece set, isn't as like good as other stuff necessarily. So we're gonna start pretty soon as we're leveling up other artifacts, and especially as we're getting more like new kinds that we didn't have before, like these ones, and more 4-star ones. We're gonna start going through the 3-star ones that we're not really using anymore and use them to upgrade other stuff that we are gonna use more. So that'll hopefully start shortening the list of total artifacts that we have, because we have not really gotten rid of vast majority of our 3-star ones in case we like really wanted that for a different character later or something. We have a hard time getting rid of things that we might still want to use sometimes. I need to not put my legs up like that. Don't do that. Yeah, I did find out that even if they're already leveled up, I think Ellipse, you told us this, but if you use one that's already been leveled up to level up a different one, it's like all of the stuff that you put into leveling up that one also goes into leveling up the other one, so it's not like wasteful to use those to level up other ones. But Charlie, you were being so good a minute ago. It's not time to eat yet. There's no food in it, even though it smells like food. I promise. There's not food already there. Oh, I know, you're glaring at me. She's very mad. I have the short leash on her because she was doing that earlier too. her food bowls and some of the toppers that go in the food are in a basket right next to her, and she is trying to get into the basket because it smells like food. We need to figure out a better system for that, probably. Keeping it right by her like that might not be the best way to do that. For this reason. Charlie. Hey. I promise you there's no food in it. Do you want to lick the bottom of the bowl? You can do that if you want. See? There's nothing there. Yeah, we just started running into the problem of running out of Mora for the first time. But thankfully we had already, like, we had started seeing that happen with Primal Pack, so we were expecting it to start happening soon with us. So we started only sending out, pretty much only sending out characters on expeditions that give Mora. So I think that's probably helping a little bit. But also, we just can't upgrade a bunch of things in a row without doing anything that gives us a decent amount of Mora in between, you know. See? Now you know for sure there's nothing in it. Oh my god, your hair. There you go. Told you. There's not food in it. You ate the food that was in it already. Earlier. It's empty. She's so mad. Okay. How do I go lower from here? Am I going to this side? I'm jumping off. Lower where? Is it just here? Yeah, but on the other side. Okay. Well, Charlie, stop. Quiet.
I should open a store here.
Down. There you go. Good job.
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
See? I already showed you there's nothing in it.
I should open a store here.
You can eat a little bit later, okay? I'm streaming right now. There you go. It's bold of you to assume that I remember where I was like 10 minutes ago in the game.
I should open a store here.
Oh god, Charlie. Yeah, where did the sleepy and nice version of you go? Is it because I talked about you and you woke up and then you smelled the residual food smell from the bowl? Okay, I'm gonna talk to this person and knit some more.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you
Charlie,
have any idea
no.
how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm
Quiet.
sorry. Truly, I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last Mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss
No.
Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
She's right in front of you. You can talk to her like a person.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not
Charlie,
convenient to
come
speak
on.
here, so let's
No.
find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Quiet. If you chill for a little bit, I might even give you something.
Should open a store here.
I know. Very mad, I know.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer? I should open a store here.
Can you, like, upgrade the cracked ones or something? Charlie,
My
down.
friend, what can
Quiet.
I get you?
You gotta stop that. You're being ridiculous. Why do we have to talk that far away from where we already are? There you go. Oh my god. I said one thing to you and you freaked out again.
Oh, what should I try
I
this
just
time?
like to make people smile.
Miss Yunfei,
Down, all the way.
what is this about?
There
Are
you
Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
Yeah, I thought so.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some
do.
deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossell's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's
Yeah.
no way he would admit
I
to it.
agree.
Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything?
Charlie,
can't
you
even
were
keep
doing so
track.
good. I was about to give you a thing for it. Down. Don't look at me like that. Quiet. Wait, you refilled her treat container? So maybe that's what she suddenly started smelling. But she knows some of her food stuff is in that particular basket, so she's trying to get in there. Because that's where she's assuming the smell is. Yeah, I'm still front stuck, Ashley. Also, hi, Ashley. Primal Pack, she's being a butt. Settle. I have, in fact, tried telling my brain that I am not the host. My brain doesn't care. There you go. Okay. You settled pretty well. I'm gonna give you something. If I can safely reach it. Can I safely reach it? Crap. Yes, okay. Dryden. Down. Wait. Yeah, I know you're gonna like these. Wait, though. No. Wait. This is literally a wrapper. Charlie, this is not food. See, I told you. It's still not food. It's the same thing you just, like, tried to bite. Oh, these are big. Okay. Good. I'm gonna use the tong things so I don't have to touch it. No. Wait. Good, wait. Okay. There you go. Okay. A little health potion. Okay.
It feels like
Going while
Yanfei is
she's
even
distracted.
more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Mm-hmm. Does sound pretty stressful.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Yeah, do I need to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossell, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite.
Yeah, I mean, it's our
Also,
best lead so
the
far,
idea
for
of
sure.
someone abusing the law to their advantage, I
Mhm.
won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Cool.
If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Makes sense.
Oh there. Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Thanks for being conveniently located.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus Jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Okay.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so
Perfect.
I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Yeah, I've been running around as Rosaria. Here. I'll run around as the character I'm actually supposed to be right now.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
That sounds different.
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so?
Hey, Ellie.
Well, we might as well give Elemental Sight a shot.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that.
did you find anything?
Not a
So they
trace.
really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Nope. Got all excited. I thought I was gonna switch. But I just dissociated and didn't switch. Which is not helpful to me. Charlie, I gave you a treat. You should be good now. I gave you a bigger and better treat than the ones you're probably still smelling that Primal Pack was doing stuff with in the other room. Uh-huh. You're fine. Uh-huh. You're okay. Okay. She's probably fine. We'll see if she starts freaking out again, but hopefully not.
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Wait, you got the scarf just in time for it to suddenly start snowing a bunch in almost April? That's convenient. Quiet.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Oh. Report back. Repeat this way. Got it.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus Jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus Jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on
Charlie.
this affidavit.
No.
This document shall
Quiet.
serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me
Charlie,
for asking again,
no.
Miss Yenfei. But might I know the nature of the incident on this
Down.
occasion?
I wouldn't say there's
That's
been an
not down.
incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir.
Quiet.
I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case.
Charlie,
We need
come
to find
on.
something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith.
Come here.
Let me think. Jewelry. Nope.
Lay down.
Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts.
Charlie,
And
stop.
contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
Stop.
So you help them make sense of the law.
Lay down.
But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You are being an absolute butt. I don't know what to do with you. Here, you have a little cave, and you can't see it as much anymore. So you're okay. I'm not giving you more stuff just for fun, and you'll have dinner a little later, okay? Just chill for a little. Okay.
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again
Fair
with that
enough.
casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
Charlie. No. No. Lay down. You're such a butt.
What should
Try
I
your luck
try
betting
this
on Jade?
You're a butt. I said what I said. Okay. Wait, where is that? Is that out here?
What should I try this time?
No? Okay. Oh, maybe? Find out. Charlie. Stop. Charlie. No. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Chill.
The key here is consumer psychology. Brave girl.
You're fine.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Oh, right here. Okay, cool. Lay down.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions.
Hi.
Has a merchant by the name
I'm
of
here.
Crossel asked you to put him in contact
hi.
with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel? Yes,
Yeah,
I
see?
remember him.
I'm here.
He's a merchant from
Yes, I
Snezhnaya,
live
no?
here too.
Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he
nothing
called
else,
Smaragdus Jadeite.
This is trash.
The design
I'm
of the
taking it away.
hairpins that he gave me
Can
was
you
quite
also
intricate,
take that whole
so it took me
basket
some
and
work
put it
to
somewhere
find someone
further
who was
away
up to
from
the
her,
job.
please?
Yes. I'll just
Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Inksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so
Charlie.
we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the Ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinxi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again!
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Oh yeah, it's because of legal stuff being involved.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Charlie is staring at the doorway, waiting for Primal Pack to come back with the treats, and keeps, like, sniffing the air.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Oh, nope, don't do that. You're leashed to it. Don't do that. The colors definitely look different for me in terms of the colors of people's usernames and stuff, so it might be different for everybody who looks at it.
It's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Charlie, you're okay.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Charlie, lay down. That's not even close to laying down. Oh my god, you're gonna fall off. Lay down.
Feel free to take a look around.
Thank you.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
You're okay.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll
Okay.
have a blast. Leonie Pavilion, best Lee food in town.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. It's really cool that you can, like, change the color. I did not know that.
Please, show me your prescription.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Nope.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period,
Don't make me do that
best
again.
case scenario,
It's bad
they
for my
fall
pots.
ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Yeah, Charlie. Driving me nuts.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
What the dog doing?
Stop, stop, stop. Yeah, what are you doing?
Please, show me your prescription.
Why are you being a butt? You were being so good until we pointed out how good you were being. And now you're being a butt. Why? Yeah, we have that sound alert for exactly that reason. Sorry, I just thought of something really quick that I need to write down. Before I forget. Okay, cool. Going down here, I think. Right? Some more over here? This way? What? Where? Oh. He's always on the opposite side of the thing wherever I am, which is rude.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded.
Rude, probably.
I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
So the one for processing the ore was the Jade Mystery.
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Well, we have more evidence.
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
Okay.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Sirchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus Nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Yeah, why did you charge so much?
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Croso looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite!
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go, but whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Okay, time to test Aura's theory that I'll be able to go inside now that we successfully got the Jadeite. She's gonna be so smug if she's right. Nope. Okay.
Exactly.
What the dog doing?
Usually when someone tells us they've lost
She
something,
appears to be
we end up
sleeping
searching
now.
all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Yeah, maybe once I get it to Granny, then it'll be good. I don't know.
An Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
I suppose.
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, Since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Is it up? Where is it? Yeah, okay. We didn't really use the actual paths and stuff when we went around Mondstadt, but we almost have to in Leeway. It's so confusing otherwise. Like, if I just try to directly go to wherever it is, I won't be able to figure out, like, what level it's on or anything. It's a nightmare.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you? All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis. Ah, indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Ooh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
How is this only part 1? Like, do we have to help you make it or something? You said that was the last ingredient you needed for the teapot.
Ha! It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Okay. So is something gonna go wrong?
There we go.
I guess not.
This Serenity pot is all yours now.
So why is it part 1?
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Cool.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Oh, I guess teaching me how to use it is probably part 2. Yeah, looks that way. Cool. What is that? Don't know you, sorry. Because it's like a tutorial thing, do you think it's shorter? Either way. Oh, there's something in this tab now. What's in here? Oh, all this is new stuff. Oh, I was gonna ask about this. I got this from something, the condensed resin, and when I did a domain yesterday, it gave me an option to use that instead, and it said I would get better rewards. Does it make sense to use that for those things, or should I save it? Because it says I can only hold 5 at a time, but I only have 1, so like I'm not very close to that yet. So like I was erring on the side of not using it in case I would really wish later that I had it for some specific thing to get better rewards from something. But maybe it would make sense to use it now that I've unlocked the better like artifact ones to get better artifact rewards or something. I don't know.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Okay, interesting. Get to pick which one. Is this forever? Or can I change it? Oh, awesome Primal Pack. Good job. It's not a big difference in rewards. Okay. You think I can change it later? Okay. I think this would be our top choice.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too!
Where?
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway, you do it!
Okay.
Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
What's this? Right. Oh, there's the big house. That's cool.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit,
Of course,
and you
of
may
course.
call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
I don't want to say you certainly look the part, but that's my only
So
option.
you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me.
Cool.
Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
Mm-hmm.
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs.
Cool.
You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to
Bye,
explain
Ellie.
this realm to you.
Hope therapy goes well.
Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like.
I
As
think
long as you
so.
have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Okay.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about.
In my
Go
empty
on.
hand?
Open them up.
Okay.
Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then
I
simply
see.
release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
Okay, bye Ashley. Have fun with your computer stuff. It does seem like the teapot is similar to a haven bag, except that I don't need to use it to like teleport around, but the other aspects of it kind of seem similar. Because I carry it around with me and I can go inside of it and decorate it and stuff.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's
Okay.
anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
What happens if I'm inside the floating teapot and someone outside of the floating teapot attacks it? This looks like a lot of information. Okay. I can use the map to leave the pot, or like summon the pot again to leave the pot, okay? Right. Creation screen. Okay. Yep. Okay. What is the realm currency for? To buy furniture and stuff, it looks like. Okay. Oh. Okay. Cool. Got it. Talk again. Gift? Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Why is it not going? Okay. I just read all of that. Okay, so that's what that was. Okay. Got it. I don't even know what that is, but okay. Can I go inside the house? That was one of the things I was supposed to do. So there's like nothing in here yet, it seems. Yeah, okay. I have to get all the furniture and stuff. Got it. What is that? Is it just showing me like the design of the current stuff? Okay. I can get animals and stuff eventually? That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. If I use this, I learn the instructions, I assume? Yeah, okay. Just gonna learn all the blueprints. Cool. God, doing that gave me more blueprints. Okay. Can't do any of those? Why? I'm not in co-op mode. Why am I in co-op mode? Because I'm in the teapot. Okay. Wait. It said if I did that, I could leave the... Such a liar. I'm gonna take the flowers you're looking at. Sorry. Hey, now quests. Okay. This is one I can do, and it's blocking one of the other things I got. I think. Or I can do this. I'm gonna do the one in Mondstadt, I think. Because it gives me a lot of stuff, which is nice. But also because I think it's blocking something else, and my dailies are in Mondstadt. So I think that makes the most sense. But I also just got a bunch of leveling materials. How much does that waste? A lot, I feel like. Yeah, a lot. So I'm gonna wait to get a smaller one. few smaller ones before I finish that, especially since I can't ascend you yet anyway. The autumn one is the one I need for Inazuma. Okay. Okay. I'm making good progress. This way. Cool.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Oh, I went to the wrong thing for you.
Traveler,
I forgot what I was
please,
doing.
over here.
Hi. I'm here.
It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates
give me
are
more
also
characters.
indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
No.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
True.
Ah,
One
yes.
of a kind.
I do have some information that may be of help to you.
Yeah.
Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde. Dresses all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before.
Is it my brother?
Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Okay.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
He said they
That
do.
stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all.
I suppose.
Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now. Well, as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence.
Okay.
He stands guard at the city gate, so he may know something about that stranger.
Fair enough.
I wish you every success, adventurer.
Cool, thanks. What quest? Okay. Well, that's not even the button I wanted to press. Where even is quests on this list? There it is. This is the prelude to Act 4. which is this one. The one I need is Autumn Winds, which is the Chapter 2 prologue. Interlude, Chapter Act 2. So this is probably the one I need to do for that. I'm gonna do the dailies and then see how I'm doing and go from there.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again? Okay, well. I guess we'll figure out what I need to do. I'm gonna do the dailies first either way though, I guess. Sure. Hey you, what are you doing? Yeah, she's on my team. Okay, it sounds like you're stalking her. Oh my gosh. This is weird and creepy. Yeah, good.
Windblade!
Anything the knights can do for you?
No, I'm good, thanks. Yes. Uh-huh. Right. 'Cause that makes it better. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see you again soon. Oh, you're inside, of course. Does it matter for getting these viewpoints? Like, does it affect your exploration progress or anything like that? Or is it just to have the pictures to look at? Yep, he's gone. Mm-hmm. Cool, thanks. That's rude. I was literally working by talking to you. You gave me a job. And I was reporting back on the job that I was doing. So you don't need to tell me to get back to work when I'm literally already working.
Interesting.
Rude.
Report it to the church.
The breeze is making me sleepy.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about those. Okay. Navigate and teleport here, I guess. I think there was a domain I was supposed to do today. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm not fighting you. Leave me alone. Defeat the Eye of the Storm. I guess it's fine. Oh gosh, don't fall off. That's rude. That's rude. It came from literally right in front of me. I should have seen it was coming. I'm sorry.
You can't run! Yeah.
Lights out.
To ashes!
Let's go, let's go!
Yeah, go right back on top of it. That's smart.
Pew pew pew! Huh. Chew. Huh. Chew.
Cool. Those are much less annoying now.
Rain! I hate rain. Let's go inside. I'm not scared of water. I just hate it when my clothes get wet.
That's completely fair.
I'm a rock.
Yeah! Yeah! You haven't won yet! You can't run!
Diana Special!
who's not dead. Hi.
Judgment!
Hi. 5 of 10. Well, did you wish to fight me? Okay, here's the card. I froze literally all of you. Everything is so strong.
You can't run! Eyes on me!
Cool. And up here. Yeah, I know. It's just so nice to have an archer we like, and we are very, very close to having 2 leveled up archers that we like. Which is awesome. Oh, maybe it's her weapon. Maybe it's Kali's weapon that I was supposed to do a specific domain for today.
Judgment! Shiver!
That's pretty rude.
Can't handle your drink. Huh? Where'd that come from?
Yeah! Judgment! Yeah!
Come on. Hit me. Cool, thanks.
Lights out.
Pew pew!
Nice. That is all of them because I got this notification. Which leveled me up. Cool. Even better. Got more for it. Perfect. All these require a higher adventure rank though, so it doesn't matter that I have the max keys, right? Oh, could I do these? Not right now. We will be reunited. And this needs meaning of lupical and yeah, it needs this one and this one, so I do need to do this. Okay. So I need to do this long enough to get that character to be done being busy and then go back to that other quest. And I can also turn in my dailies, and might be just enough time that I can also get my expedition rewards, maybe? Okay.
Ad
Sure.
Astra Abyss. Thank
Yes,
you for
I can.
completing.
Nice, thanks.
Ad Astra.
And he's back. And oh, now I can do 4. Nice. So send Amber back out. Send Lisa back out. There's another money one. Who can I send? Perfect. And then Kaya can go here. I did it. Hello. Sounds good. Okay, cool. I don't know why you were in the way of doing this quest when you're not the person I had to talk to, but whatever.
Honorary knight. Is something the matter?
Yeah, Bennett is just faster when he does stuff in Mondstadt, so I don't know that it's necessarily worth it. At least right now.
A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
I suppose.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried telling him.
Okay.
He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Sounds good. Yeah, I get that I could technically get more rewards over time if it's faster, but we usually don't manage to grab them right as they finish up anyway. So, I don't know that it would functionally make a difference. You know what I mean? Like if it makes sense at some point to use somebody who has a benefit of like getting bonus stuff or higher quality stuff or something, I think that would make sense. But I don't know that making it faster makes sense right now with the current like regularity that we check it, you know? Because we check it like every day at most, I would say. For the most part.
What? You need something? Here. I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too, then.
Uh-oh, is he gonna be busy because of the
Let's go
Dark
to the
Knight
Angel's
Hero
Share and
one?
have a look.
Hopefully not.
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
Who's Charles? That's not who we were talking to. Oh well. Maybe it's someone who works with Master D. Luke or something. Who's that? Don't know you, bye. Oh, Charles.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master D. Luke's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's D. Luke for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today, too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
Cool. Where are the stairs? Up here, okay. Go where? Here? By the railing. Where am I supposed to sit? That works. Okay, it's close enough. Sounds good.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
And why did I have to go upstairs? Hi, stranger.
Welcome
Wait,
to the
are you
adventurers.
the stranger? Where am I going? What is happening? Wait, yeah. You're an eye patch stranger, right?
What would you like?
Am I losing my mind? No, you're a stranger. Cool. Hi. That's why I don't know your name. And you also have an eye patch.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling?
Somebody likes your eye patch.
Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
Okay.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
Uh-huh, we're the best of friends.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
Wait, really?
And he was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment.
Of course.
500 mora,
Oh,
and 3
that's
answered
very
questions.
cheap. I'm good
The
with that.
500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment. That's it.
Cool.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Yeah, something's off.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude.
Okay, so you're trying to learn
I
about
only
me,
wish
that's
to know
fair.
what your choices are. You need only answer. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis? I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
Several people like them now. Jaden is definitely one of them. I'm not gonna say unity of the people because most of the people of Mondstadt wanted to kill the dragon. I think the deciding factor was certainly Venti, because there were several things that Venti specifically needed. Well, I had to purify the crystal things, though, which he didn't seem to be able to do. Weird. I'm gonna say Venti.
Is that your answer? I see. Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
Everyone in the harbor.
So that's your answer? I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
Actually gonna err on the side of none of them. Because Venti didn't really seem to have like much difference in how he treated either group. And Rex Lapis and the Adepti were like helpful or like distant depending on the situation for all of them equally.
So, this is your answer then? I understand. As I thought, you really are similar to him.
Who?
I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order.
Okay.
Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
Interesting.
An Abyss Herald?
New to me, I
An
think.
even more twisted abyssal being, one that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid.
Interesting.
It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
The stronger answer is to say I'll defeat them, not only that they won't defeat me, because that could include, like, running away. Or outsmarting them, I guess, but it would be I'd err on the side of defeating them. But I don't think it's because they're planning an ambush. I think that the, like, leaders of the Abyss Order have decided that we're too big of a problem to deal with right now and to basically stay out of our way so we don't just wipe them out as we leisurely run around the countryside. That's what I'd like to think.
Uh-huh! We're super duper strong!
Getting there.
That manner. It's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon.
Okay.
Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
So I get to do a dungeon with you. Probably actually with you, too. So I get to see what your playstyle is like.
Hey, go
Cool.
on, drink some more.
Yeah, that is the door. Okay, it just took a second to pop up. Yeah, I thought about trying to see if it was enough of a positive trigger for anybody to switch, but it doesn't seem like it. Jaden would if they could. But I think most of the others who are being pulled by it would not want to be on a live stream. So, where are my legs up? What do you mean lower? I'm right in front of it. Right? Or am I supposed to, like, talk to him first? That's why. Hi.
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss, the Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
Oh, we can't pull him. Okay. That sucks, but I guess makes sense for some of the characters to not be available, especially if they're really big, like, plot characters. Because it wouldn't make any remotely reasonable sense, like, within the logic of the game for really important plot characters to leave what they're doing and just come travel with us. That being said, there are some who it doesn't really make sense for, like Jean would be a really good example. She wouldn't actually be able to leave her, like, very time-consuming and important job in Mondstadt to go running around adventuring with us. Oh, he might be coming at some point? Okay, cool. My alarm just went off reminding me that I have movie night in half an hour. So I think after this dungeon, I'm gonna stop to have enough time to, like, do anything I might need to do before the movie starts. So, just FYI, but I do think I'm gonna do this part quickly first.
Hmm? Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Okay, if you say so. What do you want me to bring? Ice, cool. Recommended party 46, so I should be good. I'm currently very good on ice. Okay. Oh, I don't get to actually use him? Okay. Whatever.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
You can't run!
Nice. That was not very good loot for an exquisite chest, but whatever. Anything good in here? Not really. Okay. Did I miss you completely? Cool. Whatever. Come on. Cool. Oh. There are many more of you suddenly.
Yeah! Look at you, Bootown!
Okay, cool. Just... I'm... Why? I'm pressing the button. Thank you.
Windblade!
More cool stuff. Okay. No rocks to break. Cool. Hello.
Shiver! Power that ended Haishan!
Cool, you're dead. Hello. Nothing there. Some more over there. Okay. Oh, there's these two. Yeah, I was wondering what wolf hooks were doing here too. I guess presumably the border brought them. Hello.
You can't run!
How are you? Oh my god, stop. Nope, nope, nope.
Punishment!
Go here.
I'm a rock! Phew. Can't handle your drink, huh?
You can't run!
Please heal. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left.
Yeah, it's only
The
more.
abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
Well, we do have some history.
Yep.
I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom.
Okay.
Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf.
That
Perhaps
sounds
we
like
may
maybe
find our
something
Abyss
I
Herald there.
Need to do that wolf quest for. Lots of good stuff. What's in here? Couple things. Literally nothing. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now with the wolf hooks. Like I said, the Abyss brought them. I was right. Go to Wolvendom. Okay. That is a good point to go from potentially tomorrow, but whenever we next work on it, I suppose. Because we might do some co-op stuff first. Don't know. Depends. And we also never know when we're gonna wake up one day in the mood to do one of the other games we technically play on this channel. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly find somebody to raid. For anybody who can stick around for that, please do. But thank you for hanging out, and hopefully one of these days it will be someone other than me doing the live stream, finally. But I do like Genshin, so it's not that horrible, I guess, for this part of it anyway. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, and see some of you for the movie night in a little bit, and otherwise for our other streams. Bye!